Welcome to episode number 9. We talked about in the podcast the self-coaching model, and I learned this from Brooke Castillo. She did not necessarily come up with this idea, but she put it together in a really concise, easy to use way. So that's why I love it. Brooke Castillo was my teacher at the Life Coach School. So for the therapeutic art prompt, we're just gonna do before and after model. But before you do this, I would like you to just do what's called a thought download. So this, I talked about this in the podcast. It's just free writing of a specific issue that's bothering you. Don't filter it. Just like let it all come out, no matter how petty or silly or childish it sounds. So this was mine. It's about one of my children's rooms being like an utter disaster, and I know that that's a thought, but yeah, it's something I've been just kind of struggling with lately, helping them keep it clean and knowing the line between, like, you know, I don't want to do it all. I want to teach her, but it's also a lot of work for me to do that. Anyway, so that's what I wrote about. Last time our cleaners came, they charged me extra to clean this kid's room. So there you go. So this was my before model. And what you want to do is, after you do the thought download, just pick out one circumstance. So I just put here kid's room. If I said my kid's room is messy or disaster kid's room, that's descriptive, right? So that would be more of a thought. So I just put kid's room because I didn't know how to articulate it without using a descriptive word like messy. So just like the state of how it is. And then the thought that I've been having, and in your thought download, you'll have a lot of thoughts. Just pick one of them. It doesn't really matter. They all kind of lead to the same place, right? So my thought was, I'm not sure what to do. And my feeling is overwhelmed, which leads to the action of avoiding it. And then the result is her room stays a disaster. And then I just like got my acrylic paint markers and drew whatever came into my mind. If you can see, overwhelm is highlighted in orange here. And for some reason that is the color that comes to mind when I think about like overwhelm or anxiety or whatever. So I just highlighted that orange. And then for the action avoid it, I highlighted it pink. I think just meaning like it's a little, like I feel a little ashamed about avoiding it. So this was kind of like the image that came to mind, you know, like I was just thinking of like clothes everywhere, overwhelm. I get in there and it's just like such a dark mess. And then, but there's this layer of like, you know, avoiding it and feeling shame, but I'm still getting these like feelings that are coming through. I don't know. That's just what came to my mind. You've probably heard me say before that when I'm doing therapeutic art, I do not filter any like impulse I have to draw or, you know, draw or articulate something a certain way. So I just go with it. And the purpose of therapeutic art, you guys, is not for it to be pretty, okay? That's like absolutely beside the point. The point is for you to just get in a creative mode and express your feelings and, you know, do some self-reflection. So that's what mine looked like. And then for my new model, this is like how you want it to be. So the circumstance has to stay the same, right? It's the kid's room. So when I'm doing a new model, I try to think about, like, if I don't know where to start or like what thought I need to have, I think about what feeling do I want to have about this situation, or what results do I want to have. So here, the feeling that I came up with was capable. Like, I've been feeling overwhelmed about it. How I want to feel is capable. Like, I can just handle this messy room situation. It's not that big of a deal, right? And the result I wanted was that her clothes are more organized. I did not put that her entire room is more organized because I can't quite get there yet. That feels like too big of a job, and just kind of like puts me back here in this overwhelm mode. So I just picked a small goal that we're gonna try to organize her clothes. So when I just put in the feeling of capable, and then I asked myself, what is the thought that I need to be thinking in order to feel capable? Because remember, thoughts cause our feelings. So the thought that I came up with that makes me feel capable is I can help her build small habits one at a time. Like, that I can do, that I feel capable of doing. And then the action is just creating a routine for her to help her, keep her clothes put away, laundry day, what day are we gonna wash them, what day are we gonna put them away, that kind of thing. And then the result is that her clothes are organized. So this is what came to my mind. Like, there's still some chaos, right? But it's more organized chaos. And it was interesting because when I was thinking about helping her build small habits, I just had this like feeling of love come up. Like, I don't know, sometimes when I get frustrated about her room, I get frustrated with her, and really, like, it just was a good reminder that she's a kid, I'm a busy mom, it doesn't have to be like that big of a deal, and I can approach this thing with love. So that was mine. And then for reflection questions, there were just two because we already did quite a bit of writing in the thought download. But the first question is, what came up for you while you were doing this? Any insights? And like I just told you, if I approach teaching her from love, it feels much better than being overwhelmed and then frustrated with her. This is not that big of a deal. I just don't feel like doing it. I'm just putting it off because I don't want to do it. And then I guess I resent that it's my job, like the mom's job to do it. But what I realize is that I don't have to do it if I don't want to. It just makes my life easier because then we're not like searching for her clothes at the last minute all the time. And then question number 2 is, can you believe the thought in the new model? So that's really important, is when you come up with your new thought for the new model, it has to be a believable thought. We're not jumping to like an extreme, like we can keep her room totally clean all the time, because my brain just doesn't believe that right now. Maybe at some point, but make sure it's a thought that you actually believe, that you can redirect from your more negative thought to this thought. So I can believe the thought, I can help her build small habits one at a time. I do believe that. And I purposely made it less overwhelming by setting one small goal with her clothes. The rest will come later or not at all. If her room is messy, that's fine. Who cares? I just mostly want to be able to find her clothes in the morning. So that was my model. You guys, I want to hear what you think about this. I just love this concept. It is the base concept that all of life coaching, at least the life coaching I learned, is built on. And we use this in a lot of different ways, but if you can learn the basics of this, it's going to help you so much. I just love that you can put any situation, anything what's going on into one of the 5 categories: circumstance, thought, feeling, action, result, right? And then from there you can look at, okay, what piece of this do I want to change? What am I capable of changing? You know, a lot of our circumstances just aren't changeable, or maybe they are, but we're, you know, like kind of hitting our head against a wall trying to change it. So anyway, yeah, tell me what you think. Yeah, that's all for now. Love you.